Hey, so once again, I want to thank you for being a part of the 12-week program. I'm really excited to help you reach your goals. I know right now you're probably taking your first few pictures of your food and the food log, and eventually you're going to get to this part of our deep health and lifestyle questionnaire. And this form can be kind of long. It can also be a little bit confusing. So what this video aims to do is give you a walkthrough and a little bit of extra example and guidance, right? So when you come through, you'll see there's 5 sections. And the first one mainly deals with your client information, right? So ask for your name, your date of birth, email, and this is kind of like a contact roster stuff. And then moving on, where it really gets important is in section 3, right? So we're going to talk about what your goals are. And I know that we talked about that on your enrollment call, and we've also talked about it a few times, but there's a specific reason that we continue to come back to it. And that is every time we talk about it, we get a little more clarity and we get a little bit more resolve on what we're going to do moving forward, right? So let me know here. Check what applies to you. Um, a lot of these are self-explanatory, and when I'm talking about highest priority, I'm talking about what's the most important out of all of those. So if you came in and you're like, I want to lose weight or lose body fat, then let's keep that the main priority. And absolutely, please let me know what your expectations are. You may have thought of how to better explain those since we talked. So keep me in the loop. That way, I can help to make this the best 12 weeks you ever decided to spend working on yourself. You'll see here I asked about some diet history. These are some things we couldn't really get in as in depth on the call, but they're going to be important as we move forward. When you rate this, right, you're going to see there's a few scales of 1 to 10 here. What I want you to think of when you think of a 1 is absolutely the most horrible like nutritional workout stress situation that you could think of. So for example, if I were personally, if I were going to rate my nutrition and eating habits a 1, I am back in 2012. I am only eating fast food. I'm drinking sodas all the time, barely any water. I'm drinking alcohol 3 to 4 times a week. I haven't eaten a vegetable in months, right? So when you think of it, that's not to throw anybody any shame because I don't believe in that. But if you're looking at it as a 1, it's the worst you've ever been in, right? And when you're looking at a 10, it's the exact opposite. So, for example, on the other end, for a 10 with me, I'm hitting my portions every day. They're all coming from those eat more categories from the PDF that I sent you after our enrollment call to start with your homework. And I'm just nailing it, right? So, just an example for you in there. And then let me know, hey, are you playing any sports? How active are you, right? As we go to contour your program, if you're already getting enough cardio, then I don't want to overwhelm you, right? Or if you're getting some type of movement, there's no need for us to do that over and over repeatedly to excess. And there's a big one. Let me know about your environment. Um, Once again, this is one of those run to me, don't run away from me situations. I'm not going to go and share this with anybody, but let me know what's it like at home. I've been in a situation before where my decisions haven't been supported. I understand. And I've had to adapt to certain pantry situations where there may have been more tempting, like Pop Tarts and stuff like that. So if you are open and honest with me about that, we can come up with a plan for you to succeed. Let me know about your kids. I want to know about your kids, definitely. They're a big part of this process, right? Um, Once again, who does most of the cooking, who does the grocery shopping, who decides on the menus. And then let me know again. Number 1, they laugh at me when I say I want to diet. Number 10, they're already reading the stuff that I'm giving you so that they can help you. Definitely let me know about any significant medical things you got going on. Once again, any prescriptions you may be taking. And you'll see, like I said, there's multiple scales. And you'll see there's a lot of time distributions here. I want to know, how do you spend your time, right? So a big one here is the stress scale. Once again, just reiterating, a 1, my life is panicked and insane. This can be very subjective, but if you feel like you can't breathe in life, if you feel like you barely have any control over anything that's going on at all, like you regularly feel like you're on the verge of having a panic attack, please be upfront and honest with me. And on the 10, if you're like in a state of nirvana, you're good, life is coasting along and everything is fine, let me know that as well. It is not a stress Olympics here. We don't have to compete. Just let me know where you're at. And when we talk about this part that I'm on right now, how ready, willing, and able, be completely honest with me here. Obviously, if you decide to sign up for the program, you're invested in, you're ready. Right? You're ready to change that pain point that we talked about, that problem that you said has been persisting, and you want to see it change. How willing? That's something I really want you to consider, right? Because I'm going to ask you to do some things over the next 12 weeks that are going to be outside of your comfort zone. I'm going to ask you to change habits. I'm going to ask you to commit time to yourself, right? So that you can do those things and that you wanted to accomplish and be there for others later on, or maybe even just be there for yourself, right? And then how able, that can boil down to some of the environment stuff. But remember, I'm going to tell you this a lot in coaching. Let's focus on being problem solvers, not just problem havers, right? When you get to section 505, this is very important because it helps me understand what do you have available to work out with, what's your knowledge base of working out, and what may be some movements that we need to modify for you in order for you to be successful. I'm not going to recommend that you need to go out and buy anything. You don't necessarily need to. It will help you tremendously if you have a gym membership for this program. Even something as simple as Planet Fitness is fine, right? We can work with that. If you don't, let's say you're in a rural area, there may be some things that then you would want to consider investing in, and I can give you a short list of those items. But even if it's just body weight, we're going to figure it out. And definitely let me know if there's anything you just really enjoy. Like, for example, myself, big hearts, love kettlebells. So I'm definitely going to incorporate some kettlebell work into my program, right? So let me know what that is for you. Let me know what your schedule looks like. That way when I modify the program, it fits your lifestyle. You'll see, ask how much time do you have, how much time you can commit. And we get real detailed here, but that's so we spend the front end planning and the rest of this 12 weeks is execution. Right? Okay, so that's about it. As always, if you have any questions, please go post in the Facebook group. You'll get an answer within 24 hours. Right? If it's an emergency, like we talked about in your enrollment in your kickoff call, or we will talk about your kickoff call, schedule a red line call with me through my Calendly. And hey, good luck filling this out. I'm looking forward to seeing your response populate. And let's keep this moving. Let's see what we can make happen in 12 weeks. I believe in you.